Joining us now is Democratic Senator Sheldon Whitehouse of Rhode Island. He's a member of the Senate Judiciary Committee and the Senate Finance Committee. Senator, have you ever seen a federal prosecutor thrown out of a courtroom?
No, sir. That has never happened. Indeed, decades of hard work by honest prosecutors have built the goodwill and confidence of the court in the U.S. Department of Justice so that it now enjoys the presumption of regularity, is the phrase. So when it's gotten this far, it shows that in that New Jersey court, the United States Department of Justice, this MAGA DOJ, has completely destroyed its own credibility. In fact, the judge went on to say, you have no credibility in this court, to the entire office. Your office has no credibility with the bar, in the state, with the country. So it was a dressing down that is really unheard of in the history of the department. And when you look at the background, you remember Alina Habba was President Trump's personal lawyer. He appointed her illegally as U.S. attorney. A defendant said, hey, wait a minute, this indictment that is signed by a person that isn't legally appointed, you can't indict me over this. So the court had to rule on whether or not Alina Habba was legit as U.S. attorney, and it threw her out. So she retreated back to be some kind of special assistant to the MAGA Attorney General Bondi. And now the feeling is that she's still running that office through a triumvirate, the judge's word, of staff people who nobody can accuse of being the U.S. attorney because there are three of them, but the court threw out that as well. And so now you have the situation in New Jersey and also in a few other jurisdictions of a U.S. attorney's office with no legally appointed U.S. attorney. And the judges are going to have to figure out, what can that office now do? Can it not return an indictment? Can it not file charges? Can it not even file a pleading? Because there is no lawful U.S. attorney to have their name put on the pleading. It is unprecedented what happened in the courtroom. It is unprecedented what is happening in these U.S. attorneys' offices, and it's grotesque. Equal parts Gangster and Gong show.
Yeah, and it jeopardizes any possible prosecutions going on there that could be legitimate prosecutions.
Yeah, absolutely. If a U.S. attorney's office cannot file a pleading because all of its pleadings must be signed by or in the name of a legitimately appointed U.S. attorney, it grinds the office to a stop. And real cases, legit cases that are going forward where you have real defendants and real victims who want to see justice, all that gets stopped because this Department of Justice is too incompetent and too stubborn to actually get a properly appointed U.S. attorney in place, or when they can't, allow the court to appoint one.
Senator Sheldon Whitehouse, thank you very much for joining us tonight.
Thank you.